Victoria. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. At this time I'm just gonna give just a basic rundown of just what my first K-pop concert, first NCT concert was like. So if you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe for more videos and content like this. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so at the beginning, I was just really inspired to actually commit to going to this concert because, you know, we're just coming out of like this whole pandemic, and I just watched the Two Baddies music video, and shortly after, you know, NCT released just like their world tour concert dates, and it was one of those things where it's like, you know, we've already gone through a whole pandemic, not going to any concerts, regretting that, and am I gonna have to go through another like couple of years of just regretting not going to concerts when I clearly want to. I'm at a place where I can go, I can freely travel as much as I'd like, so I figured why not. But on the day of the concert, I went on site and I did half a day, so I finished around 12, and I worked like in Boston, Massachusetts. So then from there I got to the concert at 6:40 p.m. and it was raining that day, and the line wasn't too crazy. I think I was in line for like about 30, maybe 40 minutes. It wasn't too bad really. It was moving along really smoothly. One thing that I did notice was that when we were in line, the people who were the staff, you know, part of the venue, they were checking to make sure that if you were carrying or bringing in a bag, it had to be small, and it also had to have like one strap. They weren't allowing any backpacks. If you had a clear bag, that was allowed. So that was something to keep in mind. And I know each venue is going to have their own rules and regulations, but that's just how it was for this venue. The concert venue was in the Newark Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. So when I got in, since there was still a good amount of time, I just went to first check out where my seat was. Mind you, I bought really cheap tickets. Yeah, I bought really cheap tickets. They were in the nosebleed of nosebleed sections. To the point where it was so high up I couldn't look down, or I was scared I'd teeter over. There I also walked around. I bought my first light stick, which I'm really excited for. Yeah. Nobody tells you, but these are kind of expensive. Okay, at least I didn't know about that going in. I thought, oh, it's just a light stick, should be what, $20-$30. This baby is $50+ and I'm bruh. But it's such a nice memento, so it's definitely worth it. Yeah, so I only bought the light stick. I didn't get any merch this time, but hopefully next time, now that I have a light stick, I'll just buy a sweatshirt or a t-shirt. They were also selling the photo cards too. I actually don't have any photo cards. Yeah. Another thing is, when we were coming in, they weren't allowing anyone to bring in batteries. But they were selling batteries at the the vendor concession stands. So they'll have batteries inside the venue, but you can't bring any outside batteries into the concert. Also, a really cool thing about the light sticks is that during the concert, I don't know how, but I think they synced our light sticks to either the performances and the music, because there'd be times we'd be in the nosebleed section and I'd be wanting to wave my light stick and get so excited, and then literally everyone on our row, the lights were completely off. So I was huh, it's kind of cool and very interesting. And then also they could change colors. So sometimes our light sticks would be green. They're usually green all the time, at least when I'm home. But at the concert, they were also changing from green to red and I think yellow. So good. When all the light sticks were on and everyone was in the concert venue, it looked like firelights. It was like fireflies. Fireflies. It was just so beautiful, it was so magical, and oh my gosh, I kid you not, this concert, it literally felt like a dream. It was a dream come true. And even from the nosebleed of nosebleed sections, it was still one of the best experiences I've had in my life so far. Oh, it's definitely memorable, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I made friends with the people that are sitting next to me, and they were super sweet. There were two girls who were from New York, and they also just come from a day of work, and they didn't even like have time to change or to shower, and I was like, me too. And we were just chilling and just talking. We were sharing about each other, like who our biases were, what our favorite alt groups are, what other concerts they've seen. And this was like, I think their either second or third time seeing NCT, so they already knew like it's gonna be amazing. Like, and they were so funny and so nice. Oh my gosh, shout out to you guys. Like, the concert itself, it was about 3 hours. It was a 3-hour long concert, which is really impressive. But the thing is, you don't feel bored at any point. Maybe you're feeling tired and exhausted, especially like for me, I'd been traveling all day. But even though I felt tired, in my heart, my mind, I was wide awake, like wide awake. So they have like, they'll be performing their popular songs, and then afterwards they'll also be performing some of the solo songs and solo dance performances. And then they'll do, you know, a couple more songs, and then towards the end of the night they were actually playing the more recent songs. But the good thing is, I feel like everything was just like like old songs and newer songs. They were just like performed like throughout the entire concert, so it was like really fun. For like, you know, like if you've been an OG fan from like day one, you got to hear like, you know, some of the bops from back in the day, the very beginning. And then also if you're like, you're a newer fan, they were still playing a lot of their newer music, a lot of music from like their newer album. There was a lot of screaming at the venue, obviously, but like, we were screaming. Like, I'm telling you, the fans that night, like, our energy, like, we were so, to the point that even like the NCT 127, they were saying, yeah, you guys, your energy, like, they noted how high our energy was. They noted. Like, they truly felt loved and appreciated, and just like, oh, like the whole shebang. Like, and citizens, like, we came out that night. We really did come out that night. We made sure to keep the energy up. We made sure to encourage all of the members. Like, 10 out of 10. Like, that was so amazing. I lost my voice during the concert, probably lost some hearing during the concert. Like, we were screaming, like, to the point they literally said, like, our energy, they said our energy was higher than the LA concert's energy. So I'm just saying, maybe it's an East Coast thing. I'm an East Coast girl. Maybe the energy in the East Coast just a bit different. Maybe we're just a bit louder, more over the top. I don't know what it is. One thing that they did mention during the concert was that they hope that the next time they're doing a world tour or a US tour, they get to visit more cities. They only went to like 2 cities in the US. They went to LA, and then they went to Newark, New Jersey. But like, we have a whole like Midwest, nothing in Chicago, nothing in the Midwest, nothing in the South, Texas, Georgia, which is like ridiculous in the US. And they're even like saying like, we want to go to more cities in the US. So SM, like, we would also love for the guys to come to more cities in the US. So SM, that's good money. Okay, quickly, so just like some quick takeaways from the concert. Utah. Okay, so Utah is not my bias. Taeil is my bias. Johnny and Taeyoung are my bias breakers from time to time, right? And I feel like the thing is with 127, it gets really tricky. Like, I'm sure like this happens also a lot with different like groups as well, but like, it's really hard to have like a stable bias in 127, because I feel like when I first started, it was Taeyoung, right? Super M. Taeyoung, right? So get into 127, Taeyoung. And then I still love Lucas. So I love Lucas like on period. And then now Taeil in 127, I don't know what it is, he's just so sweet, and every time I see him I just smile. I can't help it. I just get so happy, like something from within me just like bubbles up and I'm just so happy. Yeah, so right now it's Taeil, and then Johnny. Johnny, even though I know he's kind of a menace, yeah, he's my bias breaker, I'm not gonna cap. From time to time, there'll be times I feel like I'm like, you know, you're just shaking your head, you're like, I know I should not be attracted to you, this is bad news, but I'm so I'm in, I can't even. Also, Johnny's performance, funny thing is, I saw like clips of that same performance before going to this concert. So I saw like clips from this during the LA concert, so I was like, okay, it's probably gonna be like a whole like Johnny striptease, like, okay, good to know. Nothing, I kid you not, like, I feel like nothing could have actually prepared me for that experience. And it sounds like an exaggeration, but if you really want to know what that's like, you just have to see it for yourself, because it's like, I swear to, like, I'm there like, oh my lord. And I know I saw like a lot of young people that were out here, and they're here with their parents, like moms and dads, and I'm just wondering, like, what's that like? Because Johnny was giving us a whole like Magic Mike experience on top of this amazing concert. Golly, that man. Yeah, that there's nothing that can prepare you for Johnny's striptease. Like, I wish I could say there was something that could prepare you, but there's nothing that can prepare you. All you can do is just be warned and ready. I guess that's it. Or not ready, be warned. And yeah. Utah, he's not my bias. Like, Taeil is my bias, Johnny's my bias breaker, and Taeyong was my first like bias, and now he's a bias breaker. It's between him and Johnny. Like, I swear, like those two, I'm like, yeah. But Utah, I thought he has amazing visuals. Like, I think he's very handsome. Like, he's like dumb handsome, like super handsome. But his performance, okay, first off, he can sing, like, oh wow, like he can actually sing. I know we've heard it, okay, I don't know why, but for me, that was my first time really like seeing that he can sing, like sing. In his dance performance and his solo performance, there was just so much heart, like so much heart, like in the singing and the dancing and everything. You can tell even by his like movements as he's like walking onto the stage, as he's like, you know, interacting with fans. Like, oh my gosh, Utah has such stage presence. I was shook. I was shooketh from the nosebleed section, literally a speck like in the distance. I was shooketh. Like, Utah made such an impact for me during this concert. I don't know what it was, but that man, he's so talented. Like, I want them to stay obviously together, like I want them to be in a group, but he really could go solo. Like, there's a lot of, obviously everyone in that group can go solo, but like Utah is a whole movement, like on period. Yeah, I love Utah. I really enjoyed. Mark said something at the end of the night that was very profound, and I feel like it's going to be one of those things that I think about like for the rest of my life, or at least for a very long time. He literally said that for him, this concert, like, it was one of the times that he realized that it's not so much about whether he did a good job or a bad job. The thing is, for him, like, he was just proud that he gave it his all. Like, he didn't hold back. So he was not focusing so much about whether it was a good performance for him or a bad performance. He was more just so grateful to be at this place and to have this opportunity to be singing and performing at this level and on that stage. And that, I don't know, there's like a lot, especially as we're entering into like Thanksgiving and like getting into like a season of gratefulness. It puts a, like, for me, it helps put things in perspective. Note that I wanted to make. So clearly I'm black, right? So I was very curious to see, like, okay, this is my first like K-pop concert. I've been to like a rap concert, I've been to like a gospel concert, and even just like you know, like a US artist concert, right? Like in general, I'm like, oh, of course there's gonna be Black people there. So I'm not gonna lie, like going into the concert, I was like, even though I know we're like US fans, I'm like, really, how many Black people are really gonna be out here? Bruh, there was so many Black people. I don't know whether it's just like Newark or like New Jersey, but like, bruh, there was so many Black people. So I just, okay, I'm out here, like blurs, my like K-pop sisters, like we really out here, like we really showed up. So like, take it from me, I'm someone who did go by myself to my first K-pop concert, my first NCT 127 concert, and you will not feel lonely. Like you really don't feel lonely even if you go by yourself. Like you meet so many like netizens and so many other fans that are also like just as passionate and just as excited as you are. I recommend it. Like if you're on the fence, you know, even traveling by yourself, obviously like be careful, be safe. I feel like the whole time I was there, I was like always talking to my mom. I think I shared my location with her and with my cousin. Like I just tried to make sure like people knew where I was and whether I was responding and communicating on time. Because I was like, if you're on the fence about going to like a concert by yourself, like I still recommend you just go and just like meet like someone new, make some new friends and make some new connections. It's really like, yeah, there's nothing quite like it.